everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of Eating Lunch with Adriane. As you can see from the food items I'm holding today, it's going to be more like drinking lunch with Adriane because we've got beer.
And pretzels.
I have a guest with me, the person to my left or right, depending on what they're looking at, I don't know, is my coworker, Ryan. Ryan is an architect, so that would be the perfect person to come on a food podcast.
Absolutely. I eat every day.
As most people do. I'm glad to know that. So you do have a little bit of experience with this stuff.
I'm not quite a professional, but trying.
You're trying to be.
Yeah. Okay,
so I'm wearing, you can see like I have a Halloween outfit on here because this is our Halloween special today. Ryan's here to play a game with us. Halloween is all about
candy, food.
No. Ghosts.
No. Ghosts?
Yes. But it's also all about
candy,
no.
Food?
Slutty costumes. But it's really also all about, in terms of food,
beer.
Pumpkins. But it's also all about food because every holiday is about food, ultimately.
Yeah, I mean, you're eating.
You're eating. You get people together and you eat. Yeah. Because we don't know how to do anything else as a society.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's easier to shy away from all your issues if you're stuffing your face with something. Hopefully delicious and,
Right.
With
and
holidays,
it gives you a reason
get delicious food.
To be somewhere around people that you don't really want to hang out with.
Yeah. Because
there's good food.
It gives you an excuse to hang out with them. Like, I'll put up with my aunt because she makes pretty awesome spinach pintos.
100%. That's what we do. The beer we're drinking today is Blue Moon Pumpkin Harvest Wheat. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's try it. Have you had this before?
I've never had this one. I have had plenty of pumpkin beers, but
okay.
not this
one.
Well,
I don't think I have it either. I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
I definitely taste the pumpkin.
Yeah. The pumpkin is more than the wheat, which is good because wheat beers.
Yeah.
Not the biggest fan.
I like a wheat beer, but I can definitely taste the pumpkin. I feel like sometimes with beer that's marketed as a pumpkin style beer, like sometimes I'm like, I don't taste the pumpkin. I can't get the note.
The essence of pumpkin.
The essence of pumpkin.
This is more than the essence of pumpkin. This is pretty good.
Right, and this is how many percent? What are we doing here, Ryan?
Probably not enough.
5.7%. Alcohol by volume.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Do you know anything about beer? Is that like
sure,
an average?
I know plenty about beer. That's like maybe a little bit higher than average. It's like not quite like craft beer style, but it's more than say a Bud.
Okay, yeah. So that's something. So we're giving this a thumbs up.
Yeah, I would drink this again. I would order this in a bar.
I would order this too. And I'm not, honestly, if I'm really honest, I'm not a huge Blue Moon fan normally.
I hate it. I'll go out there and say that I am not, less than not a fan.
So Blue Moon was not going to be a sponsor of our show, but
now they might be because
yeah,
they're turning me. They're turning me towards the.
I agree.
Yeah,
because I too am not like a Blue Moon. Sometimes tastes a little soapy to me.
Yeah, it's the wheat thing with me. I can't I'm not a big wheat fan in general.
So we thought, what goes better with beer than pretzels?
Sure.
Or peanuts, but in our these look kind of. I feel like these look kind of. Festive, kind of pumpkin-y. And
yeah,
stuff
they've got an orange.
They got an orange
tinge to them.
Let's try one of these bad boys.
Okay.
They are cheddar cheese pretzels. This is gonna have to be sped up.
Yeah, people don't like the chewing noises. That's typical.
There's a lot of chewing.
Yeah, it's a lot of chewing involved to get to the bottom of that cheddar cheese. I don't know. I've had Snyder's of Hanover before, with other pretzels, but I've never had their cheddar cheese.
Yeah, me neither.
The flavor's pretty good. It's not overpowering. It's not too overpowering.
No.
Sometimes the fake cheese thing is.
Yeah, I agree with that. The fake cheese
gross.
is not a good look.
Yeah, especially when it's on your face. It's a pretty bad look.
Like Cheetos.
Except for Cheetos are delicious. They get a pass.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna die of some sort of disease from eating too many Cheetos.
Sure, but I'm saying they get a pass in general. In my life, they still have a part of my life.
I agree with that.
At 35, and that might be my own personal problem, but.
So, I'm so excited to actually have Ryan here today because we share a common sort of undercover obsession.
Yep, absolutely.
Probably like a lot of people. Well, people that know me know, but I don't know if everyone in your life knows.
Oh, nobody. I'm coming out of the closet.
Coming out.
With...
I'm coming out. Okay, so my shirt is Disney themed Halloween. Ryan and I both like Disney World or land, as in the places. We're not like people that are. You're not obsessed with the movies.
No, I mean, although there probably hasn't been too many of their like the cartoons.
Yeah.
I probably have seen. I mean, I'd say I've seen all of them.
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Maybe not all of them, but like
right. But I'm not like I don't go home at night and I'm like, oh my god, I've got to put on a Disney movie.
Oh no.
But I do go home at night and go, I've got to start budgeting my finances to figure out when I can go to Disney World.
Yeah.
Because I love it.
Yeah.
And one of the things I love about Disney World is the food, and the amusement park food there is a next level.
Step above the rest.
Step above the rest. So we're gonna get right into the bracket because we want to really get through this. And the cool thing is that Ryan and I are gonna be on teams. I'm gonna be the Phoenicians. If you're a Disney fan, you will know what that is, but I should probably tell people because they probably don't know.
I mean, you should be thanking her because...
Thank me. Thank the Venetians. It's a classic line on Spaceship Earth right at Epcot Center. If you don't know about Thank the Venetians, then you're not a true Disney fan. And Ryan, you're a big fan of what ride?
I'm a big fan of the Jungle Cruise and lame pun jokes in general. So I will be on team the Skippers.
The Skippers. So we're going to go through our sides of the brackets. We each are starting off with 8 items. We're going to take it down to the final 2, and we want you guys to vote on the winner because we are not going to give in.
No, I mean, like, my side is going to win, obviously.
My side is going to win, but
I mean,
it's okay. But you'll see how
we'll,
you do.
We'll find out at the end.
All right, so let's get to the bracket. Okay, so here we are. This is our Disney World food bracket. I am on the left, the Phoenicians. Ryan is on the right, the Skippers. And the items that we're going to be doing today, I'm just going to read them off and then we'll get right into it because we're super amped. I have Mickey ice cream sandwich, the Mickey cupcake, the Mickey waffle, the cinnamon roll, the Mickey pretzel, frozen lemonade, the Disney pizza, the popcorn, and competing on the Skipper side, Ryan has the churro, the chicken fingers and fries, the Dole whip, the Mickey brownie, the famous turkey leg, the Mickey ice cream bar, the Mickey Rice Krispie treat, and the Mickey candy apple. So, ladies first. That's me. So, let's get into round 1. Round 1, we have the Mickey ice cream sandwich versus the Mickey cupcake. And here's what they look like. They both look very good to me.
They look delicious.
Right.
I really would like... If we had these instead of pretzels right now, I'd be really pumped.
Be really amped on this.
Yeah.
But I do like this. I like beer instead of this. So, I think this is a no-brainer for me. I think you can get a cupcake at a really great place. We live in New York City. Pretty much anywhere. I've had better cupcakes than the Mickey ear cupcake.
But would your Mickey ear cupcake that you got in the city, would your cupcake in the city have Altoids for buttons?
That's a very good point. No, it doesn't, and that's like breath freshening, and that is. But I do enjoy the Mickey ice cream sandwich. I like the cookies and cream ice cream, and then the soft cookie on top. I actually really enjoy that. So my choice here, my winner is the Mickey ice cream sandwich in this round.
I'd agree.
It will advance. So now we're going to move over to the Skipper side, and Ryan is going to do the churro versus the infamous chicken fingers and fries, for me personally, a staple of any trip.
So for me, the chicken fingers and fries, although the chicken is good, it's moist, and they really are, these little nuggets are delicious. Mm-hmm. The churro, for me, Disney World is the first place I ever had a churro.
Sure.
And so it invokes so many memories and everything. And, it's got this, it's warm, it's always served warm, and as long as you get them where they're not, like, a little bit old.
Right.
when they get stale,
right.
They get a little bit gross. But if you get them fresh, which most of the time in the parks you can, they are kind of like magic.
Have you heard that now, during this particular Halloween season, they now have a pumpkin churro?
I have heard that.
At Disneyland. I don't think they have it at Disney World. I would love to get myself some of that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty delicious.
Yeah. So I'm going
churro.
We're going churro. Churro advances, and I'm sure that most people would agree with that. I think they would think you did the right thing here. Okay, so now back over to the Phoenicians. We have the Mickey Waffle versus the cinnamon roll. This is going to be a no-brainer for me. I don't even want to spend more than 10 seconds on this slide, although we should bask in the gorgeousness that is the Mickey Waffle. And it looks beautiful, the cinnamon roll, and I love myself a cinnamon roll. But the Mickey Waffle is one of my favorite things in the world. It's a special recipe. I've downloaded it. The Mickey Waffle for me advances.
Now, do you, with all your trips to Disney, have you found that there's a specific, because the Mickey Waffle is available in quite a few locations, have you found that there's a specific location that you feel does it better than others, or?
It is consistently the same at every location. They do have things where some locations will have like Nutella on it or different toppings, but I don't like it like that. I like to keep it, I like it raw.
You like a raw waffle?
Well, with butter. I don't like any syrup on my waffle. Like, no, I'm just a waffle with butter type of a girl. So Mickey Waffle advances for me.
Interesting. Cool.
And back to the board here. We're gonna go over to the skippers. Ryan, we have this is a crowd. We got the Dole Whip versus the Mickey Brownie. Is there much discussion here? Where's your mind?
I mean, we could have like discussions all day long. However, at the end, there's only, similar to your round, there's only one winner here for me at least.
So you're a big Dole Whip guy.
There's only one item at Disney that no matter what, if I step foot in that park, I will be getting it.
Okay.
Like if I'm there for an hour, 15 minutes of that hour is spent in line getting a Dole Whip.
Now, what type of a Dole Whip do you like? Is it the classic Dole Whip or is it the swirl?
I'm all classic.
Mm-hmm.
I like the pineapple soft serve. None of this over orange juice or.
Oh yeah, that's something.
They even do it. They do it with rum now, I heard. And that's something I'd like to try. I've never tried it, but I would get that in addition to my regular Dole Whip.
Okay.
So.
What about your family? Are they all into the Dole Whip?
Yeah. Everybody likes the Dole Whip.
Okay, all right. So the whole family likes it, and I am assuming it advances.
Yeah, that's the winner. That's the big one.
Well, should we say anything? Have you had the brownie?
So I have had the brownie. In fact, the brownie and my family don't get along too well because it ended up putting my dad in the hospital once.
Oh my God!
It's extremely rich in chocolate, and he found that he had this allergy to caffeine and to chocolate.
Oh my God!
And
what a place to find it out.
He found it after eating. A Mickey Brownie. So
I mean,
Mickey Brownie, you're going down.
If you're listening to this, Bob Iger, I think that the Bieber family needs a free trip because that's not magical.
I mean, the Kiss of Me hospital was not the most magical.
So
place.
I am assuming your dad would be really pissed off if you picked the brownie in this.
I mean, he'd probably say that figures, but when it's up against the Dole Whip, as delicious as the brownie is, because it is very good. But as good as it might be when you're up against the Dole Whip.
The Dole Whip, you are Dole out.
Yeah. Yep.
Back to the boards. Okay, so going back over to the Phoenician side, we've got the Mickey Pretzel, which is a Instagram favorite, versus the Minute Maid frozen lemonade. So here they are. So this is going to be controversial, I think, because a lot of people like this weird-eyed Mickey Pretzel. It's thumbs for eyes, and
he's got no nose.
I am a mega fan of the frozen lemonade. My sister and I get it right after we get it. It's a tradition to get off of Splash Mountain, get this frozen lemonade from that little kiosk type cart that's right in Frontierland, and then sneak it onto Pirates of the Caribbean. So we're drinking this frozen lemonade while on Pirates of the Caribbean. There's another item that we even sneak onto, which we'll get to in a little while. And that's just, for me personally, that's a favorite, and I have to have it every single time.
Do you think that it's your love of it is advanced by like the weird smell that goes on in Pirates of the Caribbean, like that musty smell? Is that combined with the tangy goodness of the lemonade? Is that?
I mean, probably with that smell, like I probably eat a roach because that smell is so amazing. That Disney water smell that I don't care what I'm eating, but. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. It's just all part of the experience. It's like you're drinking this cold, refreshing thing on Pirates, which has great air conditioning. the frozen lemonade advances for me, and they usually give me like a straw that's shaped like a Mickey.
Oh, I love that straw.
Yeah, that straw, and it takes forever to get like it up, but it's still fun. All right, so that advances, and now back over to the Skippers. This is Ryan, I don't know what you're gonna do here, and you're probably gonna piss a lot of people off. You have the turkey leg versus the Mickey ice cream bar. I mean, these are...
The problem with this round is that they're, like, it's really tough to pick a winner, right? I mean...
It's apples and oranges here.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, in one case, I mean, that Mickey bar is, probably my... I'd say it's like, my second favorite item in the park. Maybe third favorite. Definitely high up there on the dessert lists.
Right.
Where the turkey leg, I mean, you're running a carb-free diet. That's the only thing you can do in Disney.
Right.
So, there's all this talk maybe a couple of years ago that there wasn't even a real turkey.
Yeah, people were saying
there was like emu legs and all sorts of weird stuff. And when you go there, you'll believe all of that because these turkey legs they
don't look like any turkey that you could possibly ever see. And it should be noted because this show that we're doing right now is sponsored by the Sweaty Contest, which is a weight loss podcast. That turkey leg is 1,000 calories, but 5,000 milligrams of sodium.
Oh yeah.
Are in that turkey leg. You're basically just like pouring an entire thing of iodized salt into your mouth when you have that turkey leg.
But you get to look like a caveman while you're doing it.
Okay,
which is
it's
positive.
Definitely a more masculine item in the park because I don't ever want to be seen with that.
It's very difficult to eat it daintily. There's no forks and knives that are served with it. You got to go fetch those.
Yeah, you got to
elsewhere.
just do it rogue.
Yeah, you got to go full caveman on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've talked myself into it. I think I'm gonna go turkey leg.
Okay.
Because the ice cream bar, although it's great,
wow,
is it that much better than like a Dove bar?
Absolutely.
Some may say, some may say.
No. Hey, goodbye in the first round to the Mickey ice cream bar.
I mean, I think...
It had some stiff competition for you.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of my favorites, don't get me wrong. It's delicious, and if you go there, you should absolutely try all of these, but especially that. But, the turkey leg is just, it's too unique. Where else can you get something like that?
I will co-sign that, Ryan. That is very true. I don't know anywhere else you can get a turkey leg the size of an actual leg.
Yeah.
So, back to the boards. On the Phoenician side, we have my last in the first round, which is, it says pepperoni here, but Disney pizza, everyone knows it and loves it, versus the popcorn. And here they are, and my mouth is watering. Literally. It's lunchtime, and I am ready for both of these things. I will, however, say that anyone that listens to the podcast knows I haven't had pizza in 2 years. So, but I'm not going to let that influence my decision. As I mentioned earlier, on the Pirates of the Caribbean, we bring two things with us. We bring the frozen lemonade, and the other thing is we bring the popcorn.
Where are you hiding the popcorn?
Ryan, I'm not going to reveal my tricks. This, in my bag. In my bag. I just put it right in my bag. I just know how to do it. You smile and you're nice to the cast members and you just distract them with your charm. Then you can just get on with all this stuff.
I feel like this is an MO of yours in general life. Distract them with my charm and sneak my bag in.
You're not far off there. So there's a clear winner for me here. I love the Disney popcorn. It is salty, delicious goodness. And I love that if you buy the tub, you can, throughout the length of your stay, if you bring it with you, you can just keep getting it refilled for free while you're in the park. Yeah. I don't know if you knew that.
I did know that. And they make really interesting tubs.
Yeah. They're always really, very special for the season.
Yeah, for the season or for, Star Wars has a bunch of
totally.
TIE fighter
I have them for every holiday. Like, it's just a great thing. So, yeah, it's easy for me. I'm going with the popcorn. Popcorn advances.
Yeah.
And back to the leaderboard here, we have the last qualifying item. We're going to have the Mickey Rice Krispie treat versus the
Mickey candy apple. I have a clear favorite in this, but I'm curious to see what you have to say.
So, to tell you the truth, I've never had the Rice Krispie treat at Disney.
Okay.
So it's gonna be I'm gonna be you know, a little bit off maybe, but
I will tell you that it is like every Rice Krispie treat you've
but a
had.
good one.
Yeah, it's good, and
Yeah.
like you see, they put these amazing toppings on them.
Sure, but I think that's maybe a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And you know, if you just look at how adorable those candy apples are.
Oh my god, how adorable are they? Like,
So,
and they are absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
And I always, pro tip, this is my gift to somebody. My family always gets the candy apple because it stays for days after you get back.
Oh.
And it is phenomenal. And people don't want like a Disney. I think in general, when you're thinking of souvenirs, people, they don't want a souvenir from a place that they haven't been to. Like, why do they need a memory of your vacation? If you give them an edible item, people freak out. And this particular one is adorable. And they have this is the basic. This right here is the basic.
Oh, yeah, they get crazy.
They get crazy with these things, and they are absolutely delicious. Candy apple.
Now, how do you bring them home with you?
They have a special container if you're not going to eat it right now.
So if you ask them for it, they'll set you up so that you can bring it back as a gift.
Yeah, and I'm very careful with it. I carry it on the plane. It doesn't go in my luggage.
Cool.
But yeah, I'll pick it up at the end of the night, on Main Street or wherever, and then that's a great gift. It's a couple dollars that thing.
Yeah, they're not super cheap.
Not cheap. I think they're around like $7 or $8 or something, but they are well worth it. So are they advancing?
They're advancing, yeah.
Yay! I agree with that. All right, so we're about to go to round 2. Okay, so round 2. Let's get back to the boards here. We're gonna start with the Phoenicians. That's me again. This round I have the Mickey ice cream sandwich versus the Mickey waffle.
Oh, this is tough.
Not for me.
No?
No, I mean, but actually, when you look at this,
They look so similar.
they look so similar. I almost feel like this is like a racial war, and I'm not excited which way I'm going here. This is a no-brainer for me. I do really enjoy the ice cream sandwich, but the waffle wins clearly for me here. There's no brainer. Are you thinking this is the wrong decision?
No, I mean, obviously you love that waffle.
I do.
So
I
I
do
think
love
it's the
that
right.
waffle.
I think it's the right decision.
So waffle advances. Ryan, you have a tough round coming up. You are Churro versus Dole Whip.
So it is tough because they're both absolutely delicious. However, I live in New York. I can walk into the subway and I can get a churro. That's not as good as this one, but it's like
It's like pretty close, and it's like
pretty
$2.
good. Yeah, and it's like $2. But you're really hard pressed to find that delicious pineapple Dole Whip.
Well,
So-
I will tell you, and maybe we should do a special field trip. In New York City, they just opened a place
What?
where there is a low calorie, and it tastes the exact same, Dole Whip downtown. Woo! I haven't even told you about this yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad at you right now.
So we're gonna do we'll do a special trip,
All
me
right.
and you, and we'll go and try it.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. However, until then, I will be dreaming about that sweet pineapple, and that is the winner.
And the Dole Whip advances. All right, I'm not surprised, honestly. This is a tough round for me. The frozen lemonade versus the popcorn.
Oh, the Pirates of the Caribbean challenge.
This is the part. This is like if I had to think. All right, here's the thing. I don't know why. I just know this. I'm going with the popcorn because I could, like, kind of what you said about the churro. That is a Minute Maid frozen lemonade. I could find that very easily. I can.
It's elsewhere.
It's elsewhere, and I could get it maybe even at like Dunkin' Donuts. There's one across the street from the place where we work.
Uh-huh.
So.
But people will say like, oh, but you can get popcorn anyway.
Yeah, but not that popcorn. And I know it's Orville Redenbacher, but it's the way that they make it. You see, like, it's almost like it dyes the color of the popcorn is actually butter color.
Yes.
Like, normally butter sits on top of popcorn, but the butter is actually so ingratiated into the popcorn that it becomes like these beautiful like colors of yellow and white, and it's a popcorn for me. Popcorn advances. Okay. Last of round 2, we've got the turkey leg versus the Mickey candy apple.
Well, your first round looked look really pretty next to each other, and this one is not quite the same.
It looks like your turkey leg is about to kill that Mickey and Minnie.
It looks kind of like Halloween
Horror Nights.
Yeah, Halloween Horror Nights at Disney. / Universal.
I feel kind of bad. You're right. I mean, it doesn't look really nice juxtaposed.
Yeah. However, they both do look delicious, and
Are we sticking with that logic? Are you about to say you can get a candy apple somewhere else?
You can't get like the look of these candy apples anywhere else. And I mean,
Right.
and it's tough because like the candy apple that we're looking at, maybe that one wouldn't lose out compared to like some of the other ones. They got some like really ornate ones, like
Right.
some really cool flavors and
Right.
and all sorts of add-ons, and there's even a place in Disney where you can make your own, and like they add all sorts of stuff to it. But the giant hunk of meat on a cone where you get to feel like Captain Caveman
Right.
is, I remember being 7 years old and running around the park with a turkey leg as big as my femur.
Now, is that a meal replacement for you, or is that a snack?
When I was 7 or now?
Let's go with answer both.
I think that like I've never had it as a meal, but I've also never had it to myself. Like it's always been like it's kind of like the grossest thing you could ever share with somebody. However,
You
like,
and your brothers pass around.
me and my brothers would pass around the turkey leg, and my dad would grab a bite, and my mom, I think she probably passed on it, but the Bieber boys got to feel like real Neanderthals.
Like 3 little Bam Bams.
Yeah, exactly. 3 little Bam Bams let loose in the park. So
That's like kind of adorable.
Like out of the nostalgia, because I mean, we got the apples every once in a while, but they were never, although delicious, they were never anything like special. They weren't like the special treat. To like in Disney, it's filled with all these special treats that you get like once in a lifetime type thing, or once every time you go there type thing.
Yeah.
I think that the turkey leg falls more into that category.
I
think it's the turkey leg.
All right, turkey leg advances.
I never thought that would carry on as far as it has in my
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't.
Turkey leg made it down to the final round. Okay, so we're in the final round here, Ryan, that we're participating in. So things are getting very, very intense, and it's up to us to deliver the right items to the public.
This is the final 4.
Yeah.
The public needs to only have 2 to go for it.
2 to go for it. So
in the final round.
it's getting a little tense, getting a little hot in here. I'm gonna start again. We're gonna see how the Phoenicians do on this round. I'll be honest. I knew where it was going everywhere. This is gonna be an on-the-fly decision for me, but Mickey Waffle versus popcorn. 2 of my favorite things, but I just have a feeling. I have a feeling in my heart.
Which one do you think you've had more of at the parks? Like,
well,
is it like a 1-for-1 type thing where every time you
I
go
would say
there?
I have a Mickey Waffle every single day.
Okay.
But I probably don't have popcorn every single day.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Like in my heart is telling me it's the Mickey Waffle. The Mickey Waffle is unique to Disney, and it is that recipe. I dream about it. I always arrive at Disney World in the morning, and me and my sister, we don't even put our suitcases down. We go right to the food court to get the Mickey Waffle. It's Mickey Waffle. Mickey Waffle.
You have to go with your heart, and
it's in my heart.
Your heart is screaming out Mickey Waffle. So
yeah,
I would say you're there.
It advances. It definitely advances. And now, Ryan, you got the Dole Whip versus the turkey leg. I mean, this turkey leg is stuck around.
So yeah, it's stuck around a whole lot longer than I thought it was going to. I mean, I have a love for it, and apparently more love than I thought, because it's it's kept on climbing its way up. But I don't think it's love. I mean, these are 2 Disney classics. You know, like when you say Disney, people think turkey leg and Dole Whip.
Right.
I don't know why I'm pretending that I'm confused. It's Dole Whip all the way.
It's Dole Whip all the way. Dole Whip makes it to the final round.
So Dole Whip v. Mickey Waffle.
Yes.
In the case of the century. Whoa.
I mean, this is going to prove who.
That's the other standard. I mean, like, Mickey Waffle is like
Right.
synonymous with breakfast. at
Right,
Disney.
but Dole Whip is a culture of its own.
Absolutely.
I mean, you guys have fans for the Dole Whip.
I've got a T-shirt.
See, there you go. I mean, I have a magnet. I have a Mickey Waffle magnet. Does that count for something?
Yeah, no, yeah. If there's merch,
If there's merch out there.
then
Yeah. So let's give our final thoughts.
Okay.
all right.
We're still having a liquid lunch, and you've definitely heard us while we're eating pretzels.
You know,
the entire
these
time.
pretzels have actually grown
They
on
have
me quite
grown
a
on
bit.
me in a way.
They're pretty good.
It's not even funny. Like I'm like trying to like slowly move the bowl like closer to me. Here's my case for the Mickey Waffle
Lay
and
it on
Team
me.
Phoenician. It makes breakfast fun. It makes breakfast. I mean, anyone listens to the podcast knows breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. But I will say that I love myself a waffle. I have never been able to emulate that specific amazing batter. It is, it melts in your mouth. You have it and you're like, before I'm about to have the Mickey Waffle, I'm like, it's not gonna be as good as I'm playing it up to be in my head. And then I have it and I'm like, it was.
I mean,
And
if you're
it's
a
great.
breakfast girl
I'm
and
a
that's your
breakfast
favorite
girl.
breakfast, like, whoa,
It's big.
that's big. That's
Yeah.
really big.
Not that you have to, but plead the case for the Dole Whip.
I mean, the Dole Whip speaks for itself. There's one place, for the longest time, there's one place that you can get it, and that's at Adventureland. And you go there, and you're in the tiki surroundings, and there's nothing more tiki than having yourself some frozen soft serve pineapple.
Well, now you can
So
get it
smooth.
outside of the parks. You can get
Well-
it at the Polynesian at Pineapple Lonnie, and that's where I had it. That's the first time.
That's the first time you had it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why it's not on the top of your list. I'm pretty sure that's what's
I mean,
happening.
I think I got the gist.
It's pretty amazing. It's like the best soft serve ever, and you can get it with rum on it. So
That's
case closed. Can,
oh,
can you get your waffle
That's
with rum on it?
I think you got lawyered. I think I got lawyered right there.
I might go for the waffle if you can put rum on it. Can you put rum on that waffle?
You can put like.
I guess in your hotel room you can do
you
it.
can put Baileys on it. Or
Ooh, that would be
something.
pretty good. Actually.
Alright, so leave your comments underneath this video. I will come back, and Ryan will come back. Well, Ryan and I are gonna do this Dole Whip adventure.
Yeah,
definitely.
we got to do a Dole Whip tasting. Maybe I can change
Yeah.
Adriane's mind on that.
So that's our long show for the day. Don't forget to
Vote for Dole Whip.
vote for Dole Whip. Vote for waffles. Thank the waffles. We're brought to you by the Sweaty Contest podcast, available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and more. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Sweaty Contest, and you can email us at sweatycontest@gmail.com. We love you. We'll be back every Wednesday. Thank you to Ryan for
Thank
coming
you.
on to
Thanks
the
for having
show.
me.
And we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Coming up next week on an all-new episode of Eating Lunch with Adriane.